మీ బిజినెస్ ప్రమోషన్ యాడ్స్ కోసం లేదా పుట్టినరోజులు, వివాహ వార్షికోత్సవాలు, పదవీ విరమణలు మొదలగు అన్ని కార్యాలకు
మా 69 టీవీని సంప్రదించగలరు.
విశాఖ తూర్పు నావికాదళ వైఎస్ అడ్మిరల్ సంజయ్ బల్లా బాధ్యతలు స్వీకరించారు. నావల్ బేస్లోని కమాండ్ పరేడ్ గ్రౌండ్స్లో జరిగిన కార్యక్రమంలో ప్రస్తుత వైఎస్ అడ్మిరల్ రాజేష్ పెంథర్కర్ పదవి విరమణ పొందగా ఆయన స్థానంలో సంజయ్ బల్లా ఛార్జ్ తీసుకున్నారు. తొలుత వైఎస్ అడ్మిరల్ రాజేష్ పెంథర్కు ప్లాటూన్లు గౌరవ వందనం చేశాయి. ప్రెసిడెంట్స్ పై ట్రై కలర్ ఫ్లాగ్ను ప్రదర్శించి పెరేడ్ నిర్వహించాయి. ముందుగా నూతన వైస్ అడ్మిరల్ సంజయ్ బల్లాకు నేవీ సిబ్బంది స్వాగతం పలికారు. అనంతరం వైఎస్ అడ్మిరల్ రాజేష్ పెంథర్కర్ మాట్లాడుతూ తూర్పు నావికాలిక దళం తన శక్తి సామర్థ్యాలను అనతి కాలంలోనే పెంపొందించుకున్నారు. ఎప్పటికప్పుడు యుద్ధ సన్నద్ధతను పెంపొందించుకోవడంతో పాటు ప్రకృతి విపత్తు సమయంలో సహాయ చర్యలతో తన సేహాశాస్త్రాన్ని అందించడంలో ఎప్పుడు ముందుండాలని ఆకాంక్షించారు.
Indomitable spirit with discipline, professionalism, resilience, and an unshakable josh that defines this command. I have shared moments with veterans who continue to stand shoulder to shoulder with serving personnel and with defense civilians, whose silent, steady dedication keeps this command running seamlessly. To the Chief of Staff, flag officers, commanding officers, and every leader across the Eastern Naval Command, thank you for leading with integrity, courage, and unwavering commitment. My sincere appreciation also goes to Nava, the beating heart of our naval community, whose strength and compassion hold us together beyond the call of duty. I remain profoundly grateful to the state governments of all 4 coastal states for their tremendous support to all our personnel and assets of the Eastern Naval Command. A huge thank you to the civil administration and the wonderful people of Visakhapatnam for their constant support, warmth, and partnership. You have truly made the city a home for the Eastern Naval Command. And above all, I express my deepest gratitude to our families, the wind beneath our sails, who stand silently yet powerfully behind every success. You have made this journey not only successful, but profoundly meaningful. As we lower the curtain on this chapter and open a new one under the new leadership, I have absolute faith that the Eastern Naval Command will continue to remain combat ready, credible, cohesive, and future ready, safeguarding national maritime interests anytime, anywhere, anyhow. To each of you and your families, my wife and I wish you fair winds and following seas, always. Channa Varun, Jai Hind. Shared security interests. The successful conduct of Milan 24, the largest ever edition of the multilateral exercise, showcased our professionalism and the trust we enjoy among friendly navies. We have conducted major bilateral and multilateral exercises such as Malabar and Tiger Triumph, deepening the interoperability and reinforcing our maritime partnerships. Similarly, the Navy Day operational demonstrations at Puri and Vizag reflected the scale, precision, and public connect of this command. And whenever the need arose, our units were the first to respond, whether in providing humanitarian assistance and disaster relief to our coastal states, as also to our friends in the Indian Ocean region. These efforts have reinforced India's image as a preferred security partner and a reliable first responder in times of crisis. I've always believed that a self-reliant nation is a strong nation. Today, over 75% of our naval platforms are indigenously built, a figure that is not merely a statistic, but a powerful statement of intent and national resolve. The commissioning of Sandhayak and Nirdeshak, induction of new helicopters and UAVs, and the addition of 3 power-packed Nilgiri-class frigates, 2 Arnala-class shallow-water ASW craft, and the diving support vessel Nistar reflect the rising strength of Atmanirbhar Bharat at sea. These platforms have given a major capability boost to the Indian Eastern Naval Command, adding strategic depth and a formidable punch to development. From operational facilities and jetties to residential complexes and community spaces, the creation of new amenities, sports facilities, and welfare centers has improved the quality of life of our personnel and families. I've often said that readiness isn't just about platforms and weapons, it is about people. And one of the things that I've been most proud of is how we work to keep this command a happy command. Despite demanding schedules, the morale across ships, bases, and establishments has remained high. Thanks to the good leadership at all levels, a sense of belonging, and a shared pride that each of us has in wearing this uniform. Looking ahead, the International Fleet Review and Milan 26, scheduled in February 26, will further consolidate India's leadership in the maritime domain, advancing regional cooperation and collective security. This transformation that I've spoken of has been powered by the collective efforts of multiple stakeholders. And before I hand over to my successor today, I wish to acknowledge and thank all those who have contributed so selflessly to this transformation. Starting with the officers, sailors, and defense civilians of this command, whose tireless dedication has been central to planning and executing all that has been done. Over these 2 years, I've had the privilege of visiting almost every operational unit and shore establishment. Chief of Staff, flag officers, commanding officers, directors, officers in charge, officers, sailors, and DSC personnel, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is with a deep sense of pride and gratitude that I stand before you today to address you one final time as a Commander-in-Chief. As always, I'm proud to see the spirit in the men and women present on parade today, standing tall in the immaculate whites, reflecting the pride and strength of this command. When I look back over the past 27 months, I can say it has been an extraordinary period for the Eastern Naval Command. In every aspect of our operational, technical, and human fabric, and kept this great command on a steady and upward course. First and foremost, we have maintained a high state of combat readiness with our ships, submarines, and aircraft, and ready to respond at short notice. The geographical expanse of our deployed assets extended from the Atlantic Ocean in the west to the Pacific Ocean in the east, truly exemplifying the scale, reach, and operational capability of the Eastern Naval Command. Our units have also deployed on the western seaboard for operations such as Ops Sankalp, Ops Sanchet, and most recently for Ops Sindoor, contributing significantly to national efforts beyond our immediate area of responsibility. This has of course been made possible by a sustained focus on maintenance and material management, where every dockyard, technical team, and logistic unit has played a vital role in ensuring our assets remain mission ready and reliable. Not only has the command been at the forefront of shaping a secure and stable Indo-Pacific, it is also reinforced as a trusted and capable maritime partner. As the maritime spearhead of India's Act East policy, the command has, over the past 2 years, led sustained engagement with regional as well as global partners, strengthening cooperation